You felt the tiny shock from a metal door handle or watched lightning rip through a dark sky. These phenomena are the large-scale results of the mechanics covered in Chapter 1. Every electrical event begins with a fundamental property of matter, charge. We categorize this using the positive protons found in the nucleus and the negative electrons that orbit them. These charges follow an additive nature. On a number line, we can see how a body with a positive 3 charge and a negative 2 charge combines algebraically to result in a net charge of positive 1. Because charge is a measurable, algebraic property, we can use it as a reliable baseline for calculating how different objects will interact. When friction creates a static shock, it isn't manifesting new energy. It is transferring electrons. Negative particles move from one surface to another, while the total charge of the entire system remains at 0. It is a common mistake to think charge is created by rubbing. It is strictly a transfer process where matter shifts position. It does not manifest from nothing. These transfers are also quantized, meaning charge only exists in whole integer multiples. You can move 1, 2, or 3 electrons, but never a fraction of 1. With charge being strictly conserved and packaged in measurable units, its behavior in the physical world becomes entirely predictable. To find the exact force between 2 point charges, we use Coulomb's law, which accounts for charge magnitude and separation distance, r. Pay attention to the squared distance. If you double the distance, the force drops to exactly 1/4 of its original strength. Try this common exam problem. Find the force between 2 charges of 2 microcoulombs placed 0.3 meters apart. Pause and solve. The crucial step is unit conversion. Change microcoulombs to standard coulombs by multiplying by 10 to the negative 6th to reach the correct answer. This formula provides the mathematical framework needed to measure the intense forces connecting particles across any distance. Beyond calculating force, we can map the 3D zone of influence a single charge projects into space. This is the electric field. We map these using specific rules. Field lines always originate from positive charges and terminate at negative charges. These lines can never cross. If they did, it would mean a single point in space has 2 different directions of force simultaneously, which is a physical impossibility. Visualizing these fields allows us to treat invisible forces as a set of strict, decipherable geographic rules. One of the most frequently tested topics is the electric dipole, a system where 2 equal but opposite charges are held at a fixed distance, labeled 2a. We represent this using the dipole moment vector, p. It is important to remember the direction. This vector always points from the negative charge toward the positive charge. Field strength changes depending on your position relative to the dipole. The field on the axial line is exactly twice as strong as the field on the equatorial line. You can remember this with the phrase A for axial, A for double. Knowing these geometric relationships lets you navigate the high-stakes calculations that appear in every board exam. This graphic summarizes the mathematical toolkit for the entire chapter. It brings together the core equations for quantization, force, field, and the dipole moment. Seeing these formulas as spatial maps makes the math easier to recall when you are sitting in front of an exam paper.